Hi guys, Adam with SWELL Wakesurf here. Today I'm sitting in a 2018 Super Nautique G21. We brought this boat, or the customer brought this boat into our shop here to get plug and play ballast all plumbed in, both in the rear lockers as well as the bow. The customer had some ballast bags from another company, Wave Masters or something like that, I'm not sure. And we're gonna go ahead and get those plumbed into the existing system and make sure everything works, and I'm going to walk you through how we did that. As well as we're going to add a custom bag in the bow and show you guys how we plumb that in as well. Alright guys, we're here in the center hatch of the 2018 G21. We're going to walk you through how to do plug and play bags in the rear lockers as well as the bow. So here we have the 3 ballast pumps. You can see the starboard one here, center, and port ballast pump here. You can see the through hulls here, so the water comes through here, hits the pump, and then goes that way. We teed into these fill lines here to get our bags full, and we ran those through. We had to take this battery out. This side was a little bit easier, but we ran those through the into the engine compartment and into our bags, into our fill side of our bags, which I'll show you in a second. So again, we teed off of both the port and the starboard and ran them back to the starboard and port plug and play bags. So now that we got the bags to fill, we need to make sure that they vent properly, and we don't want to drill extra holes in the boat, so we're going to use the existing through hulls and the existing vent setup. So I'm going to show you exactly how we do that as well. Alright, so right there you can see the fill line into the bottom of the bag, or the back of the bag here. These are 750 pound bags. They'll fit great in these rear lockers. We had to drill through this divider panel here, and we put a rubber grommet in to make sure the hose wouldn't wear out or anything long term. And then we hooked into the back of the bag for the fill line. I'll pop open the engine compartment and show you where we ran that hose. So you can see our ballast hose running right here, and it goes right up and then through the sidewall of the engine divider panel up in the front. We did the exact same thing on the port side. We ran it right along here past the fuel and water separator, and again drilled a hole through the engine divider into the locker, or the rear locker storage area. So to get to the starboard vent, we're going to have to lift up this seat here. And if you remove this panel right here, whether you or not you have a battery charger, there should still be a panel here. If we remove that panel there, the vent hose is just right behind that. And so what we did is we cut that vent hose below the check valve, and we added an elbow to run to fill the bag. So when this lower bag fills up and it hits that vent hose, if that bag isn't full yet, we're going to redirect the water into the bag, so that bag technically has 2 fills. And then we're going to hook up another hose to the bag back to the vent, have another elbow through the check valve out the side of the boat. What this is going to do also is it's going to help ensure everything drains properly. It's going to hit that check valve, everything will suck flat, both the plug and play bag and the regular bag. And we'll share a plumbing diagram here in the video. You can also a link to the website, you can download it so you guys can tackle this stuff yourself. So here on the port side of the boat, access is a little bit easier, and I can show you exactly what we did here. So here we have our vent that used to go right through this check valve here, and what we did was we put an elbow in here, and this is going to run to the top side of the bag for an additional fill in case that lower bag fills up and the plug and play bag isn't full all the way. And then once that bag fills up, it's going to hit this vent, and it's going to vent out the side of the boat. And then again, when it drains, it'll drain through both this one as well as the fill hose, reversible pumps, and this check valve will make sure everything sucks flat. Alright, so on the starboard side, plug and play bag here. Again, these are 750s, and whether you have fat sacks or these bags, they're going to have 2 connections on the top. And so what we're going to do is we're going to connect This is our second fill line off that vent hose. We're going to connect it here as an overflow, and then we're always going to connect our vent to the bow side of the bag. And so this is going to run back to that vent and vent out the side of the boat. That way when this bag fills, we're as far forward as possible, so there's no passive draining or anything like that. So again, we have the original fill off the pump there with the T. Then we have an overflow hose here that connects to the vent hose of the lower bag. And then we have our vent here that's going to go out the side of the boat. And this will get you a perfect setup for fill and drain, and this should work perfectly. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how we did the bow here. All right, to access the plumbing for the bow vent so that we can tie into that and get our bow bag to fill, we're going to remove this access panel here. And below this access panel, if you reach to the right, you're going to find the vent hose. And that's going to go from the bag that's below this hole here, and it's going to vent out the side of the boat. So we want that bag to fill, and then we want it to dump into this bow area bag here before it vents out. So we're going to cut that, and we put an elbow in. So the elbow goes, so that bag will fill up, it'll hit the elbow, and it'll go to our fill line here, and it's going to fill this bag up. And then right here, we have our vent connection for our plug and play bag, and that's going to run back to that same hose, go through the check valve, and out the side of the boat. So right below this, you take out these 6 or 8 screws, and you can reach over and grab it. We added a rubber grommet here, drilled a hole through the fiberglass. We added a rubber grommet and then pulled our hose through here. We have some slack so we can connect it, and it can slide back and forth, and our plug and play bag is on its way. If you guys have any questions on this project, hit us up, hit like and subscribe. If you guys are in the Minnesota area and you have projects like this that you're not interested in tackling, make sure to hit us up. We'd be happy to take care of it for you. All right, we just pulled this 2018 G21 out of the shop. We're just waiting for the owner to come pick it up and do a walkthrough with him quick on the winterization that we did and all the maintenance. Again, we started with changing the oil, replacing the water pump impeller, fuel water separator, fuel filter. We replaced the ballast impellers. We drained the block, got antifreeze ran through the system. So it's fully ready to hit the water. All the maintenance has been done. This boat has 253 hours. It's a great condition boat. We hope these videos help you guys tackle some of this stuff on your own. I know it seems very daunting with such an expensive boat, but you know, step by step, it's not really that complicated. And hopefully it can save you some time and money driving to dealer and all that stuff. Hit us up with any questions you might have. Hopefully we showed everything in detail. Hit like and subscribe. Make sure you follow along if you liked it. And we'll continue to do these projects for you guys.